Hello, everyone. Nope. Hey, guys. Ghost here. Welcome you back to another episode of Showdown Shenanigans. Today, guys, we do have a new team, as we are going to be continuing our trend of a new team every episode. Unfortunately, it has been a couple of days since the last episode. I actually lost power this weekend because of the hurricane that came through, so I wasn't able to record or upload anything. But we will be back on 3 days a week. That schedule. The Soul Link is not I'm gonna have an update video on this. I don't know why I'm talking about this right now, but we're gonna go ahead and jump into the team real quick, guys. We have a Mega Gardevoir team today because I've actually never used Mega Gardevoir competitively before, or really in any kind of sense. Like I haven't even used it. It's like in a playthrough, just because I was never really a fan of Gardevoir. So I think the Mega form looks cool, and I've wanted to use it. I just never really got around to using it. So we're going to use that today. And we have Gardevoir here, holding the Gardevoirite, obviously, with Hyper Voice, Psyshock, Shadow Ball, and Substitute. This is basically just like a bulky offensive Gardevoir. Max special attack with max in HP, modest nature. Just basically, she's meant to do a lot of damage, tank some hits, but she's not meant to go in there and sponge up a bunch of stuff. That's for other mons on the team. Next up, we have Bisharp. Basically, he's our check for Amoonguss, stuff like that. Stuff that really threatens out Gardevoir. Life Orb with the Defiant ability to kind of counter those Intimidators. We have Knockoff, Iron Head, Sucker Punch, and Swords Dance. He's kind of a setup sweeper. Not the best move pool, but I really wanted Sucker Punch just to kind of check Gengars, to check Choice Scarfed Gardevoirs, to check other things that could potentially outspeed him. And then with a Swords Dance up, Sucker Punch should OHKO most things, unless it was resisted. But most things it should OHKO, and if not, Iron Head or Knockoff will OHKO them. Max attack, max speed with a Jolly nature, so we outspeed everything else that's not Jolly or Scarfed in the 70 speed tier, which is not a lot in OU, honestly. At least not a lot that isn't bulky as crap, but we'll deal with that when it gets there. Next up, we have Gyarados. Just regular Gyarados holding the Lumberry. Intimidate ability. I was debating on using Moxie, but I really wanted something to kind of reduce the threat of offensive mons, especially physically offensive mons. So we have Earthquake, Waterfall, Dragon Dance, and Ice Fang. Ice Fang is there for Dragonite, for any Hydreigons that might be coming. For Brilooms, if we can potentially outspeed, which we probably can't, but if we can get a D-Dance or 2-up, we can outspeed and potentially OHKO. So that would be really, really nice. Max attack, max speed. Actually, do not have a nature on there. Good job, Spencer. You're crushing the game. Jolly nature, just so we can outspeed stuff. Next up, we have our Scarf Breloom. This is actually going to be our designated lead pretty much every time, unless we see something that could potentially outspeed it. But Choice Scarf Breloom outspeeds a lot of things except for other Choice Scarf mons. But it's basically just going to be a Spore user. Just put him to sleep. We switch into the correct mon to counter that. Hopefully we can get a D-Dance up with Gyarados or a Swords Dance up with Bisharp. That would be that's ideal. But if we can't, we'll do something else. Bullet Seed, Spore, Mach Punch, Thunder Punch. Thunder Punch is there for bulky water types, for flying types, because Talonflame is a thing, so if we can predict that switch in, we could potentially get off a pretty big Thunder Punch, and maybe get it low enough to where a Mach Punch, well, we're Scarf, so it doesn't even freaking matter, but whatever. Next up, we have Hippowdon, our physical wall, with the leftovers and the Sandstream ability. I might actually change it to Sand Force, just because I don't really want to Sandstorm up, so I think I'm going to switch out to Sand Force, actually. And this will also help us if we come up against T-Tars. That'll be really, really cool. We have Earthquake, Stealth Rock, Slack Off, and Whirlwind. Whirlwind, I was debating between Whirlwind and Rock Slide because honestly we don't really have an answer for Talonflame, but I figured Whirlwind was better because it stops setups. We can just Whirlwind them out. Hippowdon can take most hits except for special hits, but if someone Calm Minds or Nasty Plots, we're probably going to get bodied anyways. So I figured that was more important than a Talonflame check, just because we have other things that can potentially deal with Talonflame. We have Gyarados with Intimidate, which is another reason I decided to bring Intimidate. So I figured we had other answers to Talonflame, but it would have been nice to put Rock Slide on this, but I feel like Whirlwind is a better option. Next up, we have Goodra, our specially defensive wall with the Assault Vest Sap Sipper ability. I was debating between this and Gooey, but since I have him specially defensive, I don't want to have Gooey because it only works if they make contact, and that would be a physical hit, and he's not physically defensive. So I figured Sap Sipper would be nice. We can switch in and tank some grass hits, which we don't really have an answer to. I don't really want Breloom taking damage or a Gardevoir or Bisharp taking damage, and a Powdon's not going to take a grass type move. So Goodra could be a good, Sap Sipper could be a good thing. We have Flamethrower for the grass types, obviously. Dragon Pulse, Ice Beam, and Sludge Wave with max HP, max special attack with a Calm Nature, just because base 150 special defense, like, we're not taking any damage. Like, oh my god, we're living everything. So anyways, we're going to go ahead and jump into a battle. Let me go ahead and cut the video here, and I'll see you guys when we get a battle. Alright, we do have a battle, and we see they have their own Breloom. Excadrill, Gardevoir, Gengar, Amoonguss, and Rotom Wash. The Wash is going to be an issue. We don't really have any answers for that outside of Breloom, which will almost immediately get burned and do absolutely nothing. Gudra could potentially be a good answers to it, but we're going to start or lead with Breloom. I'm predicting a Breloom switch or a Breloom lead of their own. Excuse me, I could not speak there. But I still think Breloom is the best lead. He's going to lead Amoonguss, which is really unfortunate for us because we now immediately have to switch out because Spore is not going to work. Which really sucks because something's. Well, I mean, I guess we could switch out into Gardevoir. Or no, we just switch out into Goodra. What am I talking about? It's Sap Sipper. So yeah, we'll just switch out into Goodra. If he wants a Sludge Bomb, he's gonna Toxic. I mean, that kind of sucks, but it's not the end of the world. Let's click Flamethrower because Flamethrower hits the Excadrill really hard as well. Let's go ahead and do that. Although, is he gonna switch out into Gardevoir? I feel like that might be the better switch. So Sludge Wave maybe? I don't know, because if the Excadrill comes in or the Gengar comes in, it's kind of a loss for us. I'm gonna click Flamethrower. We can probably tank a Hyper Voice anyways, so I'm gonna click Flamethrower. I'm gonna go ahead and start the timer. But yeah, the only bad switch in for us on this would be the Gardevoir. I mean, Gengar wouldn't be ideal, and neither would Rotom Wash, but if Rotom comes in, then we can handle it. If Gengar comes in, I think we can handle it, because I don't think a Dazzling Gleam will knock us out, especially from the range we're at, unless maybe it's specs modest. But Gardevoir could be an issue, especially because Flamethrower is not going to be doing too much to it, especially if it's specially defensive. But we'll just have to see what he ends up doing here. The Toxic was unfortunate. I mean, I could have predicted that and switched out into Bisharp, but honestly, I was reading the Spore hard. I read that Spore so hard, and it just didn't end up happening. But I mean, I couldn't take the chance of Bisharp going to sleep because Bisharp actually puts in a decent amount of work against this team. Other than the Breloom, it kind of bodies this team. I don't know. Rotom kind of burns it and cripples it, but it deals with the Gengar, which is something I need, and I need this person to hurry up. We have 90 seconds left, my good man. 90 seconds left. Oh man, I'm so congested. Alright, so we see the Excadrill, which is great because we're gonna get a Flamethrower off, and that's gonna do 44%, so that's not even half, and that's kind of unfortunate. Although, what is this thing gonna do to me? What is this thing gonna do to me? I do not know. But I think I'm gonna switch into Gyarados. I think that's my best play. Because he obviously has something on this Excadrill. Oh, he's gonna double out into the Rotom. Okay. So we can't allow Gyarados to be burned. So we should switch out into Gardevoir, correct? Yes. That is what we should do. He's going to Volt Switch. That's going to do it. Too much. Too much. Too much. I mean, now he gets the free switch into Excadrill. Which I guess then we just go out into Gyarados again. But that baits in the Rotom. Or literally anything else. And that's predictable as crap. But, I mean, I guess we could go and hit Hippowdon to tank up whatever Excadrill really wants to do there. But let's see what he ends up going into. I mean, honestly, this gives him a free switch into Excadrill because he forces me out. He is going to go into Excadrill. Okay, so I guess we just go into Hippowdon here, see what this thing wants to do. We can tank whatever he wants to do. Gyarados won't be taking a lot of damage from Rock Slide or whatever. He is just going to Iron Head. That's going to do so much. So much. Let's just set up rocks. Set up rocks. I don't think this thing has Rapid Spin. I don't see that. He's gonna Volt Switch here. So I just realized that we had 4 physical attackers. Oh god, Burn just crippled my team. Let's just go out into Goodra. He's gonna Hydro Pump. That's not gonna do anything. Eat that up. And let's just go Sludge Wave. There's no way he's gonna switch out into Excadrill because he knows we have the Flamethrower. I don't want to Ice Beam though because he resists that. Let's just Sludge Wave. He goes out into the Gengar. That's fine. It's not gonna do anything. Let's go out into the Bisharp. And unless he has Focus Blast, we can pressure him out. He has Hex. That's still doing 26%. So we can predict the switch here, actually. And Swords Dance. Because then even if he wants to stay in, we can Sucker Punch next turn. That's going to be my game plan. Because even if he wants to stay in and hex us, he is actually going to switch out into the Amoonguss. We can Swords Dance up here. And we can click Knockoff. And that should do a lot. It's going to take out the Amoonguss. Alright. Alright, here we go. Here we go. Goes into the Breloom. The Spore is coming. The Mach Punch is coming. The Mach Punch. So we got a Sucker Punch here. Let's Sucker Punch. And if he Spores us, that really sucks. But the Mach Punch is super obvious. And Sucker Punch, I believe, out-prioritizes Mach Punch. So we should out-prioritize him and Sucker Punch him almost to death. Here comes the Mach Punch, and that takes us out. Alright, so that sucks. We see the Life Orb on the Breloom. I guess Gardevoir is a good play right now. Because what can Breloom do to me? I don't think really anything. So let's go into Gardevoir. Let's go ahead and Mega Evolve and just Hyper Voice, I guess. I think that's our best play right now. I mean, it's obvious that Excadrill comes in here, but Excadrill still has to take a Hyper Voice from a Mega Gardevoir that has full special attack investment. He's just going to stay in, and we actually outspeed. He didn't go for Mach Punch. What did he go for? Maybe Spore? Do we outspeed Breloom naturally? 238. I'll see what my Breloom is. Goes into Excadrill. No, he must not have been full speed investment. He must not have been. Okay, so let's go out into Hippowdon. Goes for the Iron Head. That's doing so much damage. Good lord. We're fully physically defensive. And let's just slack off. Gonna go out to Rotom. And now we go out to Goodra, I guess. This is looking more like a Rotom that does not have Willow, so I kind of want to go out into Breloom. And I think I'm actually going to do that. I'm going to do that. He goes for the Hydro Pump. We eat that up. Troy's Scarfed, so we should outspeed. And let's go for a bullet seed. 1, 2. We only got 2. Oh my god, and he had the willow. God. Damn it. Alright, well, we got a bullet seed. We still got a bullet seed. If we had gotten like 3 that time. Are you shitting me? Oh my god. That is so stupid. He lived on 1%. First bullet seed, we only got 2. He would have died. He would have dropped if we had hit 3. Second time, we went the burn. He lived on 1. Ooh, that's so dumb. Well, on the plus side, once this Rotom's gone, it goes into Gengar. Can we get 5 or at least 4? Only 3. That's alright, let's you know what, let's just sack this Brillium. We can get some more damage off on the Gengar. Maybe we can land more than 3 bullet seeds. Man, if we had just landed 3 that first turn. 3. Only 3 again. He gets a crit there. Crit mattered. No. Crit mattered. Okay, so dang. This sucks because this Gengar could have Willow because he has Hex. But I gotta go into to Gyarados, and I have to Dragon Dance. Oh, we have a Lumberry. I forgot we have a Lumberry. He has Pain Split. Alright, but we got a D-Dance up. So let's go ahead and click the Waterfall. Hope for a flinch. We get the crit. I don't know. I actually think that crit mattered. I think that crit mattered a lot. But regardless, clicking Waterfall. This should take out the Rotom. It does. It does indeed. It does indeed. He goes on to the Excadrill. Cannot EQ us. He could Iron Head us, but we might outspeed. I think he's Scarf. I honestly... Oh, he's not. Wow, we outspeed him. Alright, so he's got the Gardevoir left. He has the Gardevoir left. He gets the... Oh, he traces our Intimidate. That was good. That was good. Alright, well, we can still maybe flinch him to death. We can still maybe flinch him. That's the only hope. Flinch. Moonblast. Ooh, we live in. And we actually win that 4-0. Dang. That was a good battle. Alright, so we're going to go ahead and cut here, and I will see you guys as soon as we have another battle. Alright, so here we are. So we have a pretty threatening team here, honestly. Aggron, probably his Mega if he has a Mega. Rampardos, Bisharp, Volcarona, Porygon Z, and Infernape. So I really want to lead Breloom here because he does not have anything that cannot be put to sleep. So we're leading Breloom. He leads the Bisharp. So we can go for a Spore first turn, and something will be put to sleep. We knock that Bisharp TF out. And let's go into Gyarados, and we can get an Intimidate off, which is fine. Oh, fridge. I actually completely forgot about Defiant there. But we're going to get a Dragon Dance up, which is fine. He should have one more turn of sleep. Yes. Cool. And we can... Actually, we can just Earthquake. Earthquake will hit everything on his team. So we're going to go ahead and do that. And that's not going to knock him out, actually. He's going to wake up. He's going to go for the Iron Head. That's not going to knock us out. And I still want to click Earthquake, honestly. We're going to click Earthquake. And that's the Bisharp gone. So we're finally getting the Spore plays. He gets the Porygon Z out here. So I'm going to click Waterfall. He's living. We flinch him. Oh, that was crucial. We can take him out with another Waterfall. And can we get a Gyarados sweep here? Maybe. Ooh, maybe. We're clicking Waterfall. Come Come on, baby. Pasho Berry, that reduces the water damage. Ooh, but that Giga Drain's not doing anything. Let's go, Waterfall round 3. Oh, come on, give me the Gyarados sweep, please. Well, I mean, nah, because he forfeited. Lame. Lame. Alright, so we're going to get one more battle in. Let's see if we can just connect this really quick so I don't have to cut again. Let's see. There we go. Okay, cool. We see the Hawlucha, the Gourgeist, the Goodra, the Gardevoir, the Auroras, and the Tyrantrum. So, if that's a Choice Specs Refrigerator Auroras, I think we actually lose. I think we actually lose. Because Hyper Voice will then be an Ice type, and that bodies us. So, we're going to leave Breloom again. The Gourgeist could be an issue, but we're going to leave Breloom. He leads the Auroras. So let's go ahead and Spore something. If the Gourgeist wants to come out, the Gourgeist wants to come out. We land the Spore, and the Auroras is now asleep. So we can go into Gyarados. Or do I want to go into Bisharp I do. I want to go into Bisharp. And I want to Sword Stance. Just gonna switch out into the Hawlucha. That was a bad play on my part. Let's go into Gyarados. Get the Intimidate off. It's gonna Sword Stance. That sucks. But we have Ice Fang, which is good. So we're gonna click Ice Fang. It's gonna Sky Attack us. We live in on 1. Ice Fang's not doing enough. Ice Fang is not doing. If we had D-Dance there, we may have won. If we had D-Dance there, we may have won. But unfortunately, we do not. Or we did not. Alright, we're gonna go into Hippowdon. Gonna Drain Punch us. And let's just Whirlwind. It's gonna Sword Stance again, you greedy. We Whirlwind you out ya. And let's go.
Raisi K.
Let's actually go into Breloom. It's gonna wake up. It's gonna Hyper Voice us, and that's going to wreck our Breloom. Alright, let's go into Bisharp. And let's just Iron Head. I don't want this thing doing anything. It goes down to Hawlucha. We take out the Hawlucha, which is nice. That was nice. That was really, really nice. It sucks that Breloom is gone. But let's go ahead and knock off. It's gonna do a lot. We knock off his leftovers. He's gonna Willow. That makes sense. That makes so much sense. But let's just knock off again. We still take out the Gourgeist, which is nice. That really sucks. I should have seen that one coming. That sucks because Gyarados is really low now, so the Auroras kind of actually really, really bodies us. Although, I mean, Iron Head still might kill. Iron Head still might kill. He left. He left. He left. He straight up left. Alright. Let's see if we... Well, I mean... Oh my god. Alright, well, that's going to be the episode, guys. I'm sorry about that. That really sucks. But, next video, hopefully we'll be able to get 2 more quality battles, as opposed to the... last 2 battles of this video. But I do want to thank you guys for checking out the video and encourage you guys to check out the channel if you haven't already. The link will be in the description down below. Thank you guys again for watching the video. If you enjoyed it, leave a like down below. Your support is always appreciated. But I'm gonna get out of here, guys, and I will see you all next time.